Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic important days for June month. Session will be quite interesting and important, students, so stay tuned with us till the end. If you are new here, students, we upload the daily current affairs video at 5 a.m. in the morning on regular basis. Do watch these videos. Let's start now. The first question is, which organization observes the World Milk Day on 1st of June every year to promote the nutritional benefits of milk? It is Food and Agriculture Organization, that is the arm of UN. There is a theme also for this day, that is let's celebrate the power of dairy. Next, every year Global Day of Parents is observed across the globe on 1st of June to honor the parents worldwide for their unwavering commitment to their child. So what is the theme of the Global Parents Day observed on 1st of June? Theme being raising parents. Next, every year when is World Bicycle Day observed across the globe? So World Bicycle Day is observed on 3rd of June every year in order to promote the usage of bicycles. First time this day was observed on 3rd June 2018. Next, every year when is International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression observed across the globe to raise awareness about their rights and also to safeguard their rights. So this day is observed on 4th of June every year. And this year it was the 43rd observance of this day. Next, which organization observes the International Day for Fight Against Illegal, Unreported and Unregulated Fishing annually across the globe on 5th of June to promote awareness about the threats posed by IUU fishing activities that undermine the sustainable fisheries? So which organization it is that we are talking about? Food and Agriculture Organization, the arm of UN. And this year it was the 8th edition of International Day for Fight Against IUU Fishing. First time this day was observed in 2018. Next, the Russian Language Day is annually observed across the globe on 6th of June to promote awareness of the Russian language's cultural richness and their role as a symbol of national identity and literary heritage. This June 2026 marks whose 226th birth anniversary, also regarded as the father of modern Russian literature. So every year world or this Russian Language Day, we observe this on 6th of June. Now the question asked is that this 6th of June, it marks the birth anniversary of a very famous modern Russian literature, who also known as the father of the modern Russian literature, right? Whose anniversary is this on this day? It is the anniversary of Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin, right? And this is in this 2025, it is 226th birth anniversary of him, also known as the father of modern Russian literature. Next, every year when is World Pest Day observed across the globe to raise awareness about the critical role of professional pest management. So 6th of June we observe World Pest Management Day. Next, every year when is World Food Safety Day observed across the globe? So World Food Safety Day is observed on 7th of June, and this day is observed by United Nations Armed Food and Agriculture Organization and World Health Organization. There is a theme, students, that you need to all remember: food safety, science in action. Food safety, science in action is the theme here. Next, World Brain Tumor Day. When do we observe this day? World Brain Tumor Day is observed on 8th of June every year, and there is a theme being brain health for all ages. And ribbon gray ribbon is the official symbol here. Next, World Accreditation Day is observed annually on 9th of June to promote the significance of accreditation, a formal independent verification that a program or institution meets set the quality standards. So World Accreditation Day observed on 9th of June. Question asked is, along with International Accreditation Forum, WAD was launched by which organization in 2007? It is International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, right? And it was launched in 2007. Next, International Archives Day. It is observed globally on 9th of June to highlight the significance of records and archives in safeguarding the rights, identity and heritage of individual and societies. Question is, the day also commemorates the establishment of International Council on Archives on 9th of June in which year? In 1948 in Paris, France. Right? Take a note of this. And International Archives Weeks is also observed from 9th to 13th of June. Next is, every year when is International Level Crossing Awareness Day observed globally to highlight the risk associated with the level crossings, the points where roads and railway tracks intersect at the same level, and to encourage the safe behavior. So, International Level Crossing Awareness Day, when do we observe this? It is observed on 5th of June. And this year it was the 17th edition of this day that was observed with the theme helping people make good decisions. Next, every year when is International Day of Play observed worldwide, highlighting the importance of preserving and promoting and prioritizing the play as a vital component of human development with a special focus on children. So, International Day of Play, when do we observe this? 11th of June. And this year it was the second observance of this day with the theme choose play every day. Next, every year when is International Albinism Awareness Day observed globally to raise awareness about albinism, a rare, non-contagious, inherited genetic condition present at birth, and advocating for the human rights of the persons with albinism worldwide. So, when do we observe this International Albinism Awareness Day? It is 13th of June. Next, and this year it was the 11th observance, 11th edition that we observed for this day. Next, World Blood Donor Day observed on 14th of June worldwide. World Blood Donor Day was first observed in 2004 to mark the birth anniversary of whom on 14th of June. So, Carl Lenstier, right, on his birth anniversary, and this year it was the 21st anniversary of World Blood Donor Day, and it is observed on the birth anniversary of Carl Lenstein, right? Next, World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is annually observed across the globe on 15th of June to raise awareness about the abuse, neglect and mistreatment faced by older persons. In collaboration with which organization? International Network for the Prevention of Elder Abuse initiated the observance of WEAAD in 2006. So, which organization we are talking about here? It is World Health Organization, WHO. Next is, every year Asian Dengue Day observed globally as a regional advocacy initiative to raise awareness and strengthen the efforts against dengue, emphasizing preventive measures and scientific advancements to combat this deadly disease. It is, when do we observe this Asian Dengue Day? It is 15th of June, Asian Dengue Day. One more, remember students, Global Wind Day. Global Wind Day. When do we observe this Global Wind Day? On 15th of June. And theme being Day of Community Action. Next, World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought observed on 17th of June. Identify the year when UNCCD was officially established. So you have to find the year. What is the year we are talking about? It is 1994, right? Apart from this, tell me recently, when do we observe the United Nations International Day of Family Remittance? It is observed on 16th of June. And theme for this day is Remittance Financing Development. Next is on Which date is International Day for Countering Hate Speech observed every year across the globe to combat rising spread of discriminatory rhetoric and foster intercultural dialogue and tolerance? It is, when do we observe this day? It is 18th of June we observe this day. And first time this day was observed in the year 2022. Next, World Autistic Pride Day observed on 18th of June around the world to promote self-advocacy, acceptance and neurodiversity among the individuals with autism spectrum disorder. What is the theme of the World Autistic Pride Day? So theme is being asked to you about the World Autistic Pride Day. Theme being unapologetically autistic. Right? Next. Every year, when is International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict observed globally to raise awareness about the need to end conflict-related sexual violence and to honor the victims and survivors of each such violence. So every year we observe this day on 18th of every year we observe this day on 19th of June, right? And this year it was the 11th observance of this day that we observed. First time we observed this day in 2016. Next, National Reading Day is observed across India on 19th of June every year with an aim to instill reading culture among all the age groups and encourage the literary through books and libraries. The day is observed to commemorate the contributions of which personality widely known as the father of library and literary movement in Kerala. So, National Reading Day we saw observed on 19th of June, and on whose birth anniversary or the person known as the father of the library and literary movement in Kerala, who is he? P.N. Panikkar. Correct? Take a note of it. And this year it was the 13th edition of the National Reading Day that we observed. Next, World Hydrography Day observed on 21st of June, and this day to recognize the crucial role of hydrography in maritime navigation, environmental protection and sustainable development of marine resources. This World Hydrography Day annually observed on 21st of June to commemorate the establishment of International Hydrography Organization in which year? So the year is being asked to you, it is in 1921. And what is the theme here? Seabed mapping enabling ocean action. First time this day was observed in 2006. Next, every year when is World Music Day observed to promote unity, creativity and emotional connection through musical performances across public spaces worldwide. So, when do we observe this World Music Day? On 21st of June. Next, and one more thing, remember this year it was the 43rd anniversary of this day. Next, every year when is International Widows Day observed to amplify the voices of widows, highlighting the systematic discrimination, economic hardships and human rights violations faced by widows globally, particularly in developing nations. So every year when is International Widows Day observed? It is observed on 23rd of June, right? And first time it was observed in 2011. Next, International Day of Women in Diplomacy observed to recognize and promote the participation of women in diplomatic roles, including peace building, negotiation and multilateral democracy. So, every year International Day of Women in Diplomacy is observed when? It is observed on 24th of June, right? And this year it was the third observance of this day. Next, when is World Vitiligo Day observed to raise global awareness about vitiligo, an autoimmune disorder causing loss of skin pigment and lighter patches. So, World Vitiligo Day observed on 25th of June, right? Take a note of it. And this World Vitiligo Day, also known as Vitiligo Awareness Day, Vitiligo Purple Fund Day, right? And purple color is the official color here for representing vitiligo awareness. Next, every year when is World Refrigeration Day celebrated across the globe? So World Refrigeration Day is celebrated across the globe on which date? It is celebrated on 26th of June. Then apart from this, if we see, when do we observe? Tell me. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, 26th of June. Right? Then apart from this, tell me Samvidhan Hatya Divas. This is important. Samvidhan Hatya Divas. Right? That is your Constitution Murder Day. When do we observe this day? It is observed on 25th of June. Reason being, on this day in 1975, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi invoked emergency, and this emergency was imposed under Article 352, right? And it lasted almost 21 months. Next, every year, National Insurance Awareness Day is observed to raise awareness about the significance of insurance, a financial product which protects individuals, families, and businesses from financial risk. So, National Insurance Awareness Day, right? When do we observe this day? Tell me. National Insurance Awareness Day. This day is observed on 28th of June. Then, International Day of Deaf blindness, it is observed when? On 27th of June. Next, so that's all for the day, students, right? And I want to see all the students watching this video. And now stay tuned for the revision part also. CNSA, that is China National Space Administration, they have launched Tianwen 2 spacecraft, that is a robotic probe from Shenzhen Satellite Launch Center in China, as a part of their mission to retrieve samples from which type of asteroid? It is from which type of asteroid? It is from pristine asteroid, right? This Long March 3B rocket of China carried the spacecraft which will approach this small near Earth asteroid 2016 HO3, that is 10 millions away, right? One more thing, remember students, there has been a news recently that is circulating and that is going viral on all the social media platforms, that there is a asteroid which is considered to be a spacecraft, right? And it is the size of Manhattan. It is expected that it will be coming to the earth in November, right? So students, there is nothing such official news, but right, these are hoaxes that are circulating in the market. So don't get stressed about these things. This is just a gameplay, right? It can be a gameplay, but avoid these such type of newses and do not get scared or anything else, that right? So just ignore them. Just, but you should know the name of that asteroid, this aircraft, this asteroid, that this is considered being as a spacecraft, right? So you should know that. Moving on, identify the organization that along with Dassault Aviation SA signed 4 production transfer agreements to manufacture the fuselage of Rafale fighter aircraft in India for both Indian market and global export. Which is that organization? It is Tata Advanced Systems Limited. Next, a team of scientists from Institute for Advanced Studies School of Nature Sciences USA discovered a new trans-Neptunian orbit located beyond the Kuiper belt in the outer region of the solar system. What is the name of this trans-Neptunian object? It is 2017 OF201. Next, mention the space center with which Andhra Pradesh government through its real-time governance society signed a 5 memorandum of understanding in June aiming to strengthen the AWARE platform. AWARE is Andhra Pradesh Weather Forecasting and Early Warning Research Center platform under the RTGS. So mention that space center with Andhra Pradesh government has partnered for this RTGS. Which is it? It is Satish Dhawan Space Center. Next, identify the company that partnered with Sordon, France to deploy Sordon's high-accuracy Horus Star tracker on the company's hosted payload mission set for the launch in 2026 under Launching Expeditions for Aspiring Payloads, that is LEAP initiative. So identify that company. It is Dhruva Space Private Limited. Next, in June, Dash announced their plan to launch India's first thinking data compute satellite, an AI-powered orbiter aboard the small satellite launch vehicle of the Indian Space Research Organization by September 2025. So, which organization announced their plan? It is TM2 Space Technologies Private Limited. They have announced their plan to launch India's first thinking data compute satellite, an AI-powered orbiter using the small satellite launch vehicle of ISRO. Next, in June, Reliance Defence Limited signed a strategic cooperation agreement worth 10,000 crore rupees, that is worth $1.2 billion with which company to produce Volcano 155mm precision guided munition systems in India. So Reliance Defence Limited, they signed this strategic cooperation agreement worth 10,000 crore rupees here. With whom? It was with Dell Defense GmbH and Co. KG, right, with this company. Next, identify the organization which signed a contract with Geological Survey of India for the construction of 2 coastal research vessels. It is GRSE, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers Limited. Next, name the country that in June 2025 patented a technology enabling the launch of autonomous spacecraft from an orbital station, set to become the world's first drone platform integrated with robotic systems for self-maintenance. Name that organization. It is, what is the name of that organization, or name that country, right, that partnered with the technology enabling launch of autonomous spacecraft. It is Russia. Next, mention the name of the vertical takeoff and landing unmanned aerial vehicle. Unmanned aerial vehicles are generally your drones only. Correct? And they have successfully trailed by Solar Defense and Aerospace Limited in Pokhran, Rajasthan in June. Mention the name of this vertical takeoff and landing unmanned aerial vehicle. It is Rudrastra. Next, identify the organization which signed a second agreement with the Innovation for Defense Excellence under Ministry of Defense to develop advanced hyperspectral and mid-wave infrared payloads for the Indian Air Force. It is Pixel. Next, in June, where did the Astronautical Society of India in association with InSpace and ISRO successfully conducted the test trials of a model rocket launcher system with a payload. It is in Kushinagar, Uttar Pradesh. Next, mention the name of the satellite that CNSA launched using the Long March 2D carrier rocket from Jiquan Satellite Launch Center to monitor the natural disaster using advanced space technology. So, mention the name of that satellite. It is Zhengheng 1-02. Next, Goa Shipyard Limited, that is a defense PSU, launched the 5th fast patrol vessel for the Indian Coast Guard in June 25 under 473 crore rupees project. Identify the indigenously built vessel. It is Achal. Right, this is the name of that indigenously built vessel. Next is mention the name of the Indian Navy ship that became India's first indigenously designed and built anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft warship inducted by Indian Navy in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh in the month of June 2025. It is Arnala. Next, mention the company that successfully conducted a launch and landing test of an experimental reusable rocket at its facility in Japan in June 2025. It is Honda R&D and Company Limited. Next, identify the company that secured a TOT, that is Transfer of Technology Agreement worth 511 crore rupees from ISRO, enabling it to design, build and operate small satellite launch vehicles. So, which is it? It is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Next, in June, Galaxy Space Solutions Private Limited, Galaxy, that is a tech startup, announced their plan for second This is their plan for the second Earth Observation Satellite EOS, targeting a sharp resolution of 0.5 meter and a revisit time of under 3 days. Next, mention the name of the spacecraft launched by NASA that made a significant discovery far beyond Pluto, a shell of superheated plasma dubbed as the Wall of Fire. So, name that spacecraft that made this discovery of the Wall of Fire. It is Voyager. And that too Voyager 1. Next, name the company that launched India's first fully indigenous quantum 5th generation fixed wireless access service in Hyderabad, Telangana. So, name that company. It is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is BSNL. Next, mention the company with which Ministry of Defense placed an order in June for 450 Nagastra 1-hour loitering munitions, that are your suicide drones, to boost the Indian Army's precision strike capabilities. It is Solar Defense and Aerospace Limited, and the contract is worth 158 crore rupees. Next, who is the first Indian selected as an astronaut candidate for the space mission of USA Titan Space Industries, whose orbital mission to the orbital port space station is scheduled to launch in 2029. It is Dangeti Janvi, right? She is from Andhra Pradesh, right? And she is the first Indian selected for the TSI orbital mission for the orbital port space station scheduled to be launched in 2029. Next is Axiom Space in collaboration with NASA and SpaceX. They have launched their fourth private mission, that is Axiom 4 mission to the International Space Station. Mention the name of the spacecraft propelled into the orbit by SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifting the crew. So the name of that spacecraft was Grace. It was a Dragon capsule. Next, mention the name of the FPV inducted by the Indian Coast Guard at the Goa Shipyard Limited, marking a boost to the India's maritime security and indigenous shipbuilding capabilities. It is Adamya. This is the name of that FPV inducted into the Indian Navy. Right? It has been delivered at the Goa Shipyard Limited. They developed this. Next, identify the name of the humanoid robot developed by Italian Institute of Technology, which became the world's first jet-propelled humanoid robot by lifting off the ground by about 50 centimeter as a breakthrough in humanoid robots. It is Iron Cub 3. This is the name of the robot. With the help of thrusters, it was able to lift into the space also. This is a game changer, students, right? It is a very big thing.